What's up guys, Zach from Wire Customs, and today I'm going to show you a cool and easy option I bet you never knew was available. When you're going from 6 volts to 12 volts, you have to protect your valuable gauges. They will not be able to withstand and handle the 12 volts, they'll actually damage the gauges. Normally you would have to hook up a resistor or voltage regulator in line with every single gauge. You could hook it up wrong, you could hook it up backwards, you could blow the resistor. Even worse, you could blow up the gauge itself. On top of that, these reducers and these resistors actually create a lot of heat. That's how it steps the voltage down. That increases the risk of burning up some of your wiring harness, an air duct, just about anything underneath the dash. Sounds pretty stressful, doesn't it? At least it was stressful until now, but thanks to Vintage Auto Garage, they actually came out with a multi-gauge reducer. This takes the risk and complication out of the equation. This one device can actually reduce voltage for all your gauges and is much safer because it's actually a solid state voltage regulator. This is actually built specifically for gauges. The other reducers and voltage regulators on the market could be for anything. They could be for lights, horns, you name it. This is specifically for gauges. Gauges are much more delicate than just a light bulb, for an example. Now right here on the circuit board, it actually has a red and green light. So let's say you're hooking this up, you hook it up backwards or you hook it up wrong, it's going to show the red light, letting you know something's wrong, it's not going to work. If you hook it up correctly, it's going to show the green light, letting you know that these tabs here actually have the correct 6 volts ready to go to your gauge. So now that is super important, because if you hook up a normal reducer or a normal regulator, there's a chance that you do it wrong and it's going to destroy your gauges. This one has an internal circuit breaker built into it. So if you hook it up wrong, it's going to tell you, and it's going to keep your gauges from blowing up. Some of these gauges are hard to find, some of them are very expensive to replace. This is insurance for your gauges. In all seriousness, it's just that good. Now if all that doesn't convince you, this part is actually built in the United States of America, and it's an American owned company. So that means it has my vote. So in my next video, we're going to be going over exactly what parts you actually need to make the conversion from 6 volt positive ground to 12 volt negative ground, which I'll then be showing you how to install it onto the car, and we'll be going over basic circuitry, just a little bit of wiring 101 so you can grasp what you're doing, then you can make the actual changes and alterations and feel confident that you did the right thing. So stay tuned, we will get you confident on working your own ride, and like always, get your shift together.